scars of climate change run deep in Makueni County, but so does the resolve of its people. Once plagued by relentless droughts, water scarcity and environmental degradation, the county is now rewriting its future.
We have been a big beneficiary of what they call financing locally led climate action plans. And the immediate impact of it is that the community itself has been able to pick out projects that are cross-cutting. Means that they cover across many subjects and many areas. In this instance, we covered both water, agriculture, clean drinking water, agriculture in some cases where people are going to get training. They have used renewable energy to tap into the water. And in one of the cases, we have gotten a partner to even do a smart meter for us. So you find we have projects in the county that are one of its kind, because they are first of all picked by the community agrees, there's a ward development climate action committee which approves, does public participation, and therefore first and foremost there is ownership. Once you have ownership, then the impact continues to permeate through the community. I'm glad that in one of the projects we have managed to clean the water through a machine that cleans the water and make sure that it's actually safe for human consumption. I have seen the immediate impact of these projects and the ownership of it. A lot of times that we do a lot of these projects, they are considered government projects. They call it pesa ya mali ya serikali, pesa ya umma. But in this one, you see a little more ownership because they initiate the projects themselves. In one of those instances, we had a dispute in the community about where a project was going to be located, who was going to be the beneficiary. And you can see a very robust system in FLLoCA where there is a disagreement, the matter must go back to the community and start all over again. So one of the projects in Ngumu was not commenced because then a dispute arose as to who was going to be the beneficiary, who was going to be the endpoint. What this means is that unlike most of government projects that don't have what I call grievance handling mechanisms, FLLoCA has an inbuilt system for grievance handling mechanism, which again gives a better feel of the project and ownership.
I do appreciate the program for FLLoCA, which we have undertaken in Makueni, and largely the 12 projects which are already complete and we are almost giving them to the citizens. So essentially, I'm happy with the program so far, and soon the people of Makueni we are going to benefit or enjoy the fruits of FLLoCA, which is a collaboration between the county government of Makueni and the World Bank.
Kwa majina naitwa Charles Thomas. Mimi ni mkaaji wa hapa. Hii kijiji yangu inaitwa ya Mumbuni. Kuna sandam tulikuwa tumejengewa before. Alafu County Government of Makueni through public participation tukakuja tukatengewa pesa ambapo ilikuwa 4.5 million. Yenye ilifanya solarization na ika-install pump. Sasa kufikia hapo ndio tukakaa kidogo juu maji ilikuwa imedistributiwa. FLLoCA wakakuja sasa wakaingia. Wakati FLLoCA walikuja wakaanza kufanya distribution ya maji. Venye walianza na from the main sump tank wakaanza distribution kutoka hapo. So ikakuwa hii mradi imechukua villages 3 na kila village ikakuwa iko na maji.
Kwa majina naitwa Veronica Chandra kutoka Kambu. Mimi ni mkazi wa Kambu. Na hii mradi imetuinua sana. Hii mradi inatusaidia sana kwa sababu tulikuwa tunaenda kuchota maji mbali sana. Tunaamka asubuhi na mapema saa 9 tunaenda mtoni kutafuta maji. Na usipoenda hiyo saa 9 utapata kuna watu wengi mchana na utaweza kuchota maji. Na venye maji ilikuja ilitusaidia sana. Kuna maji nyingi sana maji. Yani kwa hii village yetu hakuna mwenye anateseka na maji. Tunashukuru sana.
We have a project known as KT2 which was implemented by FLLoCA. Kite 2, the scope of Kite 2 was solarization and a rising main pipeline from the sump at Kite 2 to Camarel tanks. The project was completed and is serving the residents of Watertown well.
Kwa majina naitwa Felista Mutavi, nimepeana hii shamba bure. Hii shamba nimepeana ikanjengwa matangi na hii nyumba ya mtandao, tukaletewa mtandao wa maji. Kuendea maji mbali ilikuwa ni duty moja tu. Tukisomesha watoto tulikuwa na shida njuu. Duty ilikuwa ya kutafuta maji. Ukienda mbali kutafuta maji unaenda siku mzima. Lakini sasa hakuna duty ya kutafuta maji. Ng'ombe wanakunyia maji hapa. Maji yetu ya kutumia hatunanga shida ya maji. Kwa hivyo tumesaidika sana na hii maji kama vikundi vyenye viko hapa karibu, hata kuna moja tunafikiria tukipewa hii maji tunaweza paka kwa chupa tuuze tupate pesa itusaidie kwa vikundi ndio tufaidike.
Madam Veronica Muya, Principal wa FLLoCA Makueni Girls. This project has been of great help to the school. For one, we are able to get safe drinking water. Initially, we were getting water from boozers, which was salt water. For one, we didn't know the source. And now that we know the source and the water is treated, this has helped us to cut several costs. One is on the water. We used to spend to have a boozer per day, 6,000 liters, which was going for around 8,000. This water was draining all the finances of the school, because if you have to spend 8,000 per day, per week, and per year, you find all the fees can go just to water, and we have other needs for the school. So we are thankful now the school can soft water, and they used to have so many students getting sick because the water from the boozers cannot be 100% clean. So nowadays we have cut costs on taking students to the hospital, and the students are more healthy now. The water is safe on drinking. It also cooks faster, so we save on fuel. And we can, because it is pumped water and it's reliable, food will not be late.
My name is Madam Pauline Kenyeli, currently the Deputy Kiangini Primary School, which comprises of ECD, a population of 50, primary and junior secondary, a total of 333, both primary and ECD as 383 learners. Before the water came, there was a crisis of water, being in a dry area, some were semi-arid area. We had a great challenge of water because learners could hardly get the drinking water, for sure. And also, after we got the water, now stabilized in matters of water, learners are clean, they drink safe water. After it comes into our tank, we treat the water for the safety of the learners to drink. So it has been easy, and there has been a lot of things because we use the water even to make, I can call it a kitchen garden for the learners. They are able to use, even at other times, they can plant carrots which require a lot of water. At other times, we even irrigate the plants, because you can see we have the green, our surrounding is green because of the plants. So for sure the water has really helped us.
Climate change is one of the factors that are really affecting the people of Makueni County. We have several climate risks, but I would like to mention the first three main ones which are really affecting the people of Makueni. we normally face long or prolonged drought within Makueni. So in most of the areas in Makueni, which is largely arid and semi-arid in Makueni, we have prolonged drought. So most of the people within Makueni suffer from drought. We also have another climate risk, that is flash floods. In the event when we have rains during the rain seasons in Makueni, we normally have some areas affected by flash floods. Makueni has always been in the news most of the rain seasons due to such cases or such incidences whereby we are affected by floods. I would also say thirdly in Makueni we have some areas which are also affected by land degradation. So those are the main 3 climate risks in Makueni, but as I've said, we still have others which are not that much advanced. Thank you.
Through innovative, locally led climate action programs, the county is rolling back the devastating effects of climate change, steadily building resilience and securing a sustainable future for its population of more than 1 million.
Hii climate change ilitufunza mambo mengi. Ilitufunza mambo na demo, mambo na apiary. Sasa hii demo mnaenda mnapanda sukuma, mnapanda spinach, yani hautaenda kwa kibanda kuuliza boga. Unapanda mwenyewe na unaenda unachuna unapikia watoto wako. Hatuna shida ya boga tena juu tuko na maji.
Okay, kwa majina naitwa Onesmus Mbili Mutungi. Mimi ndio Environment Officer wa Kibwezi East. Katika huu mradi wetu wa Kwanzongo kulikuwa na component ya demo farm, mahali ambapo tunakuja kufunza wakulima wetu ili waweze kujua zile njia ambazo tunaweza pambana na climate change. Na demo farm tumekuwa na the farmers, tumework na wao right from the beginning, wakafunzwa how do we a demo farm. Kutoka hapo tukatengeneza nursery. So hizi mboga mnaona hapa ni sisi au the community members wale tulikuwa tuna train, wameweza kutengeneza right from the beginning, wakatengeneza the nurseries za hizo vegetables, then wakafunzwa kutengeneza the beds hapa kwa drip kit. And then from there wakafunzwa how to prepare the beds. Wakaziprepare wenyewe, wakamix bolea, everything. Alafu sasa ikakuja transplanting. Sasa wameweza kutransplant venye mnaziona zinakaa vizuri, si ndio? Very smart. So the entire essence ya hii kitu ni kwa sababu tunajua maji huku ni challenge kubwa sana. Tunataka tuonyeshe watu zile njia zenye wanaweza jisaidia ku create ile climate resilience. This is one of them kwa sababu ukiangalia hapa kila drop inaenda specific mahali kuna hiyo mumea, si ndio? Hiyo ni kumaanisha hatutakuwa na wastage ya maji, si ndio? So kila drop inaenda kwa mumea ndio tusikuwe na kuharibu maji, na ile maji tuko nayo tunaona ni kidogo, si ndio? So tunasema hii demo farm inaenda kusaidia watu wa huku, wale ambao watakuwa wanakujia mboga huku na wale ambao watakuwa wanasoma vile wanaweza implement kwao ndio waweze kutumia ile maji kidogo tuko nayo.
Education and awareness are key. Schools, farmers groups and local leaders are all part of a growing movement to embed climate resilience in everyday life.
Okay, now faster. This is polythene sheet. The strings zenye tunaeka the corn. Sini sawa. Now tunaanza ku arrange from the wide one, ile kubwa kabisa, the largest. Now ya pili ya kwanza ukieka unaeka ikiwa na kuna pegs. You have pegs zenye zinashikilia hapo around isirudi ndani, si ndio? So hii ukieka ya kwanza kuna ile yenye inafuata. Na distance from ile ya kwanza to ya pili inakuanga 3 inch. Hapo. So ya pili ni gani? Ni hii. Si sawa? So ukieka ya pili unaeka nao another pegs. Si sawa?
Kwa majina naitwa Susan Norman. Uzuri wa hii corn bag kulingana na mimi vile nimeona nikiwa nayo hapo nyumbani, kwanza iko economical. Kutumia maji inatumia maji kidogo. Aya, hiyo mboga ikikuwa kubwa, mimi ninajua jinsi ya kuitumia kulingana na vile nitaipika ndawa. Nitapika ndawa na niangalie nione siku zake za ndawa zimeisha, ndio niende nichune ile mboga yangu. Alafu ile ya sokoni saa zingine ninaweza enda nikute mtu amepika hiyo mboga ndawa na amechuna, amekuja kuniuzia. Nikienda nikipikia watoto hiyo mboga, watoto wanaanza kuhara ama wanapatwa na magonjwa mengine. Unajua dawa iko na madhara mingi na inaingianga pole pole, haingii dakika hiyo. So hii corn bag kulingana na mimi vile nimeona, kusema ukweli, watu wale wengine wajitokeze na tusomeshwe, ndio tuone vile tutaondoa umaskini katika area yetu.
Malbanas Kioko, youth representative, Kense at Dam. We have the fish one bin of the components that we held in FLLoCA, the project that we held for dredging and making sure that we have enough water in number 8 and Bubune. So fish being the component that we restocked in this dam that you can see just around here, it has created an employment to the youths, because a lot of youth in our area, they are unemployed. Now that we have fish around, now they can come and fish and create a lot of income to the youth to assist them in their livelihood. Yeah.
Hii project imeleta mambo mzuri kwa sababu kwanza tukianza dredging tuliajiri wanarika wengi ambao wamenunua kuku, wengine wamejenga maboma yao. Kulingana na taarifa yangu, mimi naweza sema kama serikali inaweza pata ingine na tuletee huku, tunaweza jifaidi. An aspect of fish, we are talking about fish, lakini shida yenye iko inatakikana, we are using the old method of fishing. So if the government can sponsor and give it modern, we appreciate about it.
Hii mlati ya kwa ile mlati ya kwa Nzongo tuliletewa mbuzi, ilikuwa 6. Na mimi nikapewa 1 kwa kikundi yangu. Sasa hii mbuzi itanisaidia kwa kuleta mbuzi mzuri kwa mboma yangu. Kwa sababu zile nilikuwa nazo ni zile ndogo, alafu nikaletewa hii ni mlati ya FLLoCA, nitasaidika kwa sababu itanibadilishia mbuzi zangu siwe mzuri na siwe kubwa. Sasa mimi nilikuwa nalima mbuzi za nyama kwa sababu napelekanga Kambu, naenda ninachinja. Sasa siku hizi mniletea hizi mbuzi, itanibadilishia mbuzi ya maziwa. Na nataka iwe mbuzi ya maziwa. Kwa sababu siku zingine kila siku ni kununua maziwa huko dukani. Na nikipata maziwa hapa kwa mboma, tusaidika. Sisi tunatumia tu, tuna watoto na huyu mzee anatumianga chai. Nampikia chai tu. Maziwa ikikuwa mingi kwa sababu nilikuwa ninateka mdogo, ikikuwa mengi nakuwa nauzia manjirani.
Ni kwa maziro nitawalitia wa mtu kwa chongo na ni wa kikundi kija bama paki amba pami ndone mulilo ne isolation na hicho tiende asia na ni kundi ile ila ithukome ya baba ile ningetwe miatu ino ndikanela yaliko kita yuthi nzuki tiko katika twa tiketethia na tuisomethia ciana ila tena cio cia cukuru tiyumithia bisi na tuyetethia nacio na tuia tuyethi wana bina mwe twabundiwe mwaniki atubundisia miatu kutwa na atubundisia kubiboki na mazini ila tanengiwe atwe twekitwa umia baya na kawaya kala kebo twakamuoki Ni soso tukatunga oba mwatuni. Nikana nzuki igetho na wea mwingi. Wa umantha masoso withi masoso mazio meo mwatuni tuine chetheka. Yuta yundi umantha ni muku. Ni umantha ezukuwa. Ezukuwa timo megwitethia nogi. Nyeka kwa tio kala naya. Na mama indete ngua. Ningi na nimo mena mbeza hii. Kwa umia tu ni misio. Ukwete mwatu ndwina thina. Nuitethia na gwe no tethia zukuu. Kwa uwa ndo alama te ikundine. Ni makulia makalika ikundine. Ni kana silikali ni guo. Na mazilika mekuo. Makanewa miatu. Magethi wanazindu zia gwitethia nyumbani kuo. Na kutethia andu alangi. Ikwiva kwi andu mate umanyai. Tuendete ata.
From sand dams, water pans, apiculture, climate-smart agriculture to agroforestry programs that restore degraded lands.
My name is Boniface Mutuku. I'm a resident of here, Kavumbu, and I'm the PMC Vice Secretary and also the youth representative. Mimi kama mkazi wa hapa na one of the youths in the area. Hii mradi imetusaidia sana. Kwanza ukiangalia rehabilitate our river. Unapata sasa mto wetu imejaa changarawe. So before the project ulikuwa unapata tu maji inatoka kwenye inatoka then inapita tu. So ulikuwa unapata mto wetu imekuwa drained sana.
My name is Kennedy Kioko Wambua, Elima Ward Climate Change Planning Committee Chairman. Yes. Wautu Changati Water Project came about when people from the Department of Environment, Urban Planning and Climate Change came to Elima. That was sometimes in 2020. After the corona, it was after the corona months. Yeah, so we had a 3-day training to identify the climate risks that face people of Elima. And we were able to identify and we came up with Wautu area, where this place, when it is, apart from this time when it looks green, kawaida the place is usually very, very dried up. There are no trees. You can see even the shrubs, the desert trees, you know. Yeah, so we were able to identify the project here. There was drought, 1. Number 2, this place, people are not able to do farming because there was water. Apart from the river, people up here, they are not able to get water for domestic and agricultural use. Yeah, yeah. So that is why we saw the need. The place actually was it was most vulnerable drought-wise. Yeah, yes. This project, Wautu Changate Water Project, number 1, it has provided people with water for farming. Like it is evident when you're coming on your way, there are people, you'd have seen people tilling their land. They want to plant something now. Towards the completion of the project, another community member did around an acre of kitunguu. Actually, it's due for harvesting. You know, livelihood will be improved. And you know, people will learn from those who have already started.
The name is Douglas Kisilu, the chairman FLLoCA Ward Climate Change Planning Committee. Metingani Water Project started through public participation, through the ordinary budget of the ward, but due to a lot of funds which were needed, it could not be supported by the ward development fund, or the money which have been funding the community. And since we went through public participation as a climate change planning committee, we analyzed and saw that this is another project which needed funding from the FLLoCA project, and due to the hazards which we faced through the ward, which goes to drought, we have erosion, gullies and all those things. Then we went through several projects, but these came to win due to the vulnerability of the people who are within this area. Actually, it has covered a lot of clusters, and the vulnerable people we are actually targeting were the women and the children who are vulnerable within the community because they are the only people who go to fetch water. One thing we saw, it was that the distance they went to fetch water to the river, and it was actually a risk due to water during rain season because they might be carried by water, and because we have seen several cases within the river Kaiti, which is this river now. So we saw it was good also to bring water near to the people. Due to the time management, they are wasting a lot of time going to fetch water. They are risking their lives due to drowning of young people and also being carried away by water during the flood periods. So we saw it as a big mind changer and also empowerment to the community due to water, which is actually coming closer to them through the water kiosks and the water points. And another thing is also that we saw it good for the community because they will be trained on smart agriculture through demo farms, which have been actually worked out, and also they also benefited from the trees which they got, around 600 seedlings to plant within their areas. These actually helped the community through climate change, and this will also empower people to work out on their climate change within their lands and also plant the private forests. This thing is also good also because it will also help people to get employment for the water kiosk attendants and also the patrol liners and other people who actually will be working within the project. It is also a game changer for the community within Mitingani.
Kwa jina naitwa Paul Nimu. Mimi ndio chairman wa mradi Mavindini Earthy Water Project ambaye ililetwa kwa ajili ya wenyeji wa hii kijiji. Kwa hivyo kwanza tunashukuru serikali sana kwa sababu walianzisha huu mradi samani sana, lakini ukafika mahali au kumalizika. Alafu tukapata wabadhiri wanaitwa FLLoCA ambaye walitusaidia na pesa ya kuendelea na kumalizia huu mradi. Walitupatia milioni 15 ambaye ilikuwa itoe maji hapa Earthy iende Mavindini, iende Miangeni, mahali maji inatibiwa. Hapo ndio treatment center. Ndio hii maji iweze kwenda huko Miangeni. Tulikuwa tutengeneze sambo hapa Earthy mahali tuko, ndio tuweze kuchukua hii maji ambao inapita inaenda mpaka Earthy ambaye hafanyi kazi iweze kusaidia wananchi wa huko. Sasa mahali tupo tumejenga sambo ambaye inaoccupy around 100 cubic. Na hii sambo ndio inapika maji inaenda Miangeni. Ikifika Miangeni inaenda kwa treatment center, mahali inatritiwa, inatoka ile maji ya kunywa, maji mazuri. Wananchi wanakunywa.
Kuna watu wengi wameshambuliwa na mamba hapa kwa huu mto. Kuna hata ng'ombe, hata mbuzi wakija kunyweshwa hapa wanashambuliwa na mamba, wanashambuliwa na viboko. Na hii maji pia si safi kwa sababu mahali imetoka tunajua iko purification, iko chafu. Hata wakati mwingine inakuwa green kabisa. Lakini ikishaingia kwa sambu, ikienda Miangeni kuna treatment center pale, inatritiwa inakuwa ni nzuri kwa kutumiwa na binadamu na pia kwa livestock.
My name is Mutui Titus, the Managing Director of Mboni Water and Sanitation Company, Bonwasco. After the installation of the solar system by FLLoCA at Kinse pumping station, we can say we have noted a lot of changes. One is the reduction of the water bills, the pumping bills, the electricity bills. In a normal pumping month, we were spending close to 150,000 a month on water bills. Currently, I can say we are spending like zero. For month of April, when we are doing the testing, month of May, we have paid electricity bills of like an average of 10,000 each month, 10 to 15,000 each month. Now that the weather is changing, of course, there will be an inflation on the same, but still we are managing because when the solar or the sun is just like cool kidogo, we are pumping to the low areas. Before even the solar, when the installation was being done, there was a lapse whereby there is low voltage. We cannot pump when there is low voltage in the pump house. Okay, it's not an issue with the KPLC. Maybe it's an issue with the lines. Our lines are serving so many clients, so they have also to do all those corrections from a different. In that point, the customer will not understand that there is no power. Customer will ask for water. We also have some water, some lines which are passing inside some forests here. So that interruption of the power lines and what have you, still we have those fluctuations. Kenya Power is reliable and unreliable in terms of the timings and in terms of outages. So especially in this area, there is this last mile, the connectivity. When they are doing a certain area, there is no connectivity. This has been affecting us close to a week in a day. So if we don't have enough power, like now we have this enough power to pump, that one is a problem sorted. So I say, with Kenya Power, with the FLLoCA and the project coming in of the solarization of the pumping system, we are seeing sustainability in terms of our storage, in terms of our pumping, and in terms of our clients. So we can reach like all around the clients.
But how did Makueni turn the tide? The answer lies in a bold, inclusive approach to financing climate action, one that prioritizes low-cost solutions, strong leadership, and a commitment to mainstreaming climate resilience across all sectors of development.
My name is Adani Mutunga. I represent Makueni Civil Society Network among many other organizations. Now, in Makueni, the civil society, actually we have several stages which maps from the grassroots up to the county level. And in terms of the projects which has been done by FLLoCA through help from the government, we've been involved. And every project which has been done in Makueni, we have a representative in that committee which runs that project. And we have been doing social accountability in some of the projects. We have talked with the county government for the check balances. We as the civil society of Makueni, we are very much happy, and that was our expectation after we have talked in around table talks with the people involved in the department. And so maybe in the future, because I've gone around the counties, the county projects which are allocated all over in the county. So far we have 11 of them which we have visited, and we have seen the people are enjoying what is happening in those areas. The FLLoCA concept is one of the best in the world, because it is involving the mwenendi ule mwananchi ako grassroots na mwenye ako mashinani ndio anafaa kuongoza maendeleo ya nchi. And these terms of FLLoCA are actually favoring the community as a whole, because one, we enjoy very much in leadership of projects, because we will not lose any money, one, and the project is owned by us, is led by us, and is managed by us. And that is a wonderful credit to the FLLoCA initiative.
My name is Jacqueline Kamusa from Department of Environment and Climate Change Unit, as the head of the Climate Change Unit. In Makueni, in 2015, we came up with County Climate Change Fund regulations that were anchored under PFM. After 2015, in 2022, we were able to come up with the County Climate Change Act 2022, and that is the backbone for climate actions in the county. Currently, we're also doing County Climate Change Regulations 2025 that are enabling us to have a County Climate Change Fund mechanism that will help us mobilize for climate actions from the ward level, starting with the Ward Climate Change Planning Committee, to a technical committee, that is the County Climate Change Planning Committee, and then to also the County Climate Change Fund Board that is enabling us to have resources. The law also allows us to have technical people, that is the County Climate Change Unit, and this is the unit that is able to coordinate and mainstream climate actions in the county.
Under Governor Mutula Kilonzo Jr.'s leadership, Makueni became one of the first counties in Kenya to fully mainstream climate change into its development agenda. A robust policy framework now ensures that climate action is not an afterthought, but a core part of every department's budget and planning.
As a county, we are prepared to continue with resource mobilization for the county government, including getting partners and forming strategic partnerships that will enable us get resources for climate actions in the county. We are also looking forward in mainstreaming climate actions in all departments so that as we are doing development in the county, every sector has mainstream climate action. When we are doing a project on water, it is already mainstreamed that it can provide water sustainably for the community. When we are doing infrastructure projects like roads, we have roads that are climate resilient. So we are looking forward to ensuring that first we mainstream actions in the different sectors as we are moving forward, and also to enhance our strategic partnership so that it can enable us get resources for more finances for climate actions in the county.
The results speak for themselves: increased food security, restored ecosystems, and communities better prepared for climate shocks. The lessons from Makueni are clear. Climate action works best when it's locally owned, properly funded, and woven into the fabric of development. And if a county once on the front lines of climate disaster can turn the tide, perhaps the rest of the world can do.